Good. I was going to say good morning there. Good afternoon. Happy Friday.
Hello.
Hi.
How is everybody? It's Friday afternoon. The sun is shining. We're in lockdown.
Are you both? We Teesside. Skipped over Teesside.
Skipped over it.
I don't think Boris knows Teesside exists really.
No, exactly. Good.
We forgot about Teesside, so at the moment we're okay. Yeah.
You're okay. So yes,
I forget me.
I know.
I'm in a bubble. I just forget. I don't watch any of that. I'm literally unaware.
Well, Donna and Cheryl live without Donna, keeping it real with Joe and Mel in the house today. Soul Sword. I mean, Neil has got progressively worse as the week goes on.
Oh, God.
Can you see it now? I'm not getting them done till next Friday, so I just can't bear having a chipped nail. It just feels skanky. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a nail biter, so I'm sorry I can't comment. Awful nails.
But given that I'm not leaving the house, I don't really think anyone can see it unless I keep going like that to the camera.
Yeah.
So I think in the grand scheme of things, it's all good.
You're all right.
So yes. So if you are joining us today for Keeping It Real Soul Squad, then please drop your name in the comments. Say hello. Tell us who's here. And yes, it's lovely because we haven't spoken. It feels like we haven't spoken to Mel for ages.
Oh no. I don't even know what has been going on with your daily lives. I'd signed up for the Supercharge Your Self-Confidence and couldn't attend any of them.
Oh my God.
But it sounds like you've had an amazing week.
Honestly, it has been amazing. Hi, Laura. We were just saying that, weren't we, Joe? Because remember, we did the challenge in June, I think it was, which was amazing. But we had like, I don't know, a couple of hundred people in the Facebook group. But obviously this time, hi, Letty. Hi, Neil. Hi, Becky. This time having like 1,500 people sign up and then having 1,000 people more or less in the Facebook group.
You never.
The energy this week has just been building and building and building. So then Donna and I have just been getting more hyperactive, more sweary. Like, it's just been amazing, hasn't it? We were just saying, though, you could have 10,000, there could be 10,000 people in the group because the amount of people who are lacking self-confidence, it's just shown this week.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just been an amazing week. So yes, we feel very blessed. And the masterclass we've had 150 people join live with us on each of the calls and in the masterclass, and then hundreds more watching on playback. So we just think
you'll be able to watch it back anyway, Mel, won't you?
Yeah.
So that is just cool.
5 hours of watching for you. 4 hours. 4 hours. I mean,
it's the kind of thing that is worth doing, because I did the course in June, but like we keep saying, if you do it again a few months down the line, you'll pick up on different things. Or already that, when you draw the picture of yourself, was that the thing you do in the first session and you annotate it? Even in 2 to 3 months, people who did it before have either done it again or looked back and gone, oh my God, I've actually done those things, or I'm in a really different place. So having that revisited and told to you again is, it's worth doing again.
Well, loads of people were saying that who've done the first one, like they've ticked loads of things off the list from June in 3 months. Things that in June, they would have been writing the stick man and thinking at the beginning of the week, this is not possible. I won't be able to do that. I lack self-confidence. It's a pipe dream. All the bullshit we tell ourselves. And then three months later, they come and do it again and surprise themselves. This is what people were telling us, that they'd actually achieved a lot of what was on there. And in June, they didn't even think it was possible.
That's amazing, isn't it?
That's how it works, though.
Love it.
And how motivational is that for other people in the group who haven't done it before to actually see?
Exactly.
People even themselves genuinely being like, blinking it, I've ticked off that, sharing it again, and then that's just exactly.
And the challenge is, if you ticked it off, what are you going to replace it with? Because it's possible, you can do it.
Oh, exactly.
And then in 3 months' time or 4 months, do it again. Like, what? I'm going to do something else, and it just grows.
But I think the second time you do it, you get more adventurous, don't you? Because you believe it's true. Because the first time you've done it, you've set yourself some goals and then you live in the goals. So then you're like, oh, I might get a little bit more excited when I do it the next time because I know it works. This shit works, people. We've been telling you it works since you started the business. It works. You're living proof it works. We have got ladies on the line. It's living proof it works. So, but Joe, we were just chatting before that you've made some decisions about yourself this week, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, I've done the challenges and, you know, I'll always keep it real, you know, as we do. And you can start off on a high, but then if you don't maintain it or you don't work on your mind, and you can dip, you know. And, you know, I'll happily work along, but I'll kind of keep in the background. And the only place I don't do that is in here. And it's funny. And I was just chatting to my husband last night and this morning about it. And I just need to put myself out there as my business, because I'm regularly on this thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, I'll go on YouTube, you know. And my husband's like, well, you're going live and you're actually talking about personal things. Yeah, I can't put my name to say I'm a writer. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I did a live in the group, pre-hairdressers as well. So I was very proud of that at the beginning of last week, and I'm being the hairdresser. You know, and it's all to do with, a lot of it is to do with having that confidence and feeling like in this supportive community. For me, it makes a massive difference. And it's like that helping other people, but that's exactly what I do in my business. I'm helping other people. So just I'm doing it.
What are you declaring right now, Joe? What are you declaring about yourself?
I am getting on social media as me, my business, and just doing it, writing, doing it, putting my message out there, but not under the cover of everything else, just as me. And I'll be doing it. I'm doing it.
And what are you declaring? What are you telling people? So tell everyone now who's listening, what's your business? Tell everybody, what do you do?
Oh, right. So, yeah, so I'm Joe Robertson Writes, and I write copy for heartful businesses, coaches, mindset coaches, well-being, all of the stuff that we talk about on here. I love it. I write it. And that's what I do. And I need to get out there on social media and tell people that's what I'm doing, because that is what I'm doing.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
And it has taken me this week to, because, you know, there's up and downs. I'm always honest about that. But it's just what I have done for the last couple of weeks, which has really helped, is really think about my mind, like you guys always say, like another muscle. So it's just working every single day. And I think I'm one of them people that I really do need to work on it and really take it seriously, you know. Others maybe can dip in and out. I need to do that all the time as a practice, like proper doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I can tell. You are. You are doing
it.
You can tell that you are, and you already are. You're already writing. You're doing writing for us. So you're already physically, evidentially, factually, you are already doing it because you write for us as a business. And you, go on.
No, I was going to say, and like I'll read stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, God, I wrote that, you know. And it's just, I've got to own it. Like you say, it's owning it. And I know it's just owning it. I've put stuff out about this group because I love it. I've put stuff out on social media privately. So there's obviously something there that I'm thinking, what are these people going to think if I do my business? But at the end of the day, I'm sharing stuff that other people wouldn't even share, who are out there in a business capacity. So nothing's happened. No one's died. No one's come to me and said anything awful. And
I love this.
It doesn't matter, does it?
You've got everybody who's listening in, like, this makes me feel emotional. Like, hasn't Jo got a glow around her?
Absolutely.
Hasn't Jamel? Like, you've got this, it's not, you've just got this inner ing, you know, the inner glow that we've been working on. You can see that it's there.
Yeah. I have to work at it. I do have to work at it, but
so do I.
This week of consistently working of it all and sort of showing up, which is what I think it's like the accountability, and it's the showing up and the forcing's not the right word, but you know what I mean? Being in a group of like-minded people and literally like hammering it every day, like it lifts me straight away. It makes such a difference. And that's what I've loved about this last week, and people sharing things, and people coming on and doing lives that have never done a live, and the bravery, like, I just love it. Absolutely.
But you guys are the same. You've never really done lives, and we said to you, are you up for the challenge? Do you fancy coming and supporting Donna and I on a live straight on without a thought? Because it was for us.
That's so true.
Because it was for us. You're coming on, you're bearing your souls, you're getting coaching on a live. It's going out on Facebook, on 5 different platforms. You don't know who's going to be watching, and you have the bravery and courage to just do it. Feel the fear, just ignore the fear, and just get on and do it. So this is now about applying it to yourself. So somebody's saying there, Joe, what's your company name, and share your Instagram. Have you got a Facebook page yet?
Yeah, no.
So you've got Instagram. So
I have Instagram, yeah.
You can pop your links in here and get everyone to follow you. There you go. Right. Thank you for whoever that is.
So I've got to sort that out, but I'll do it. But Joe Robertson writes.
Stu will do it.
And Joe Robertson is writing. I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it.
This is like the best Friday ever.
Oh, don't.
Oh my God. I love it. Like, I love it. Joe Robertson is fucking writing, shouting from the rooftops, people. Oh, my goodness me.
We'll get there in the end. I'll get all emotional.
But this is a huge light bulb moment for you. You've sat there with Stu and thought, actually, I'm going out bearing my soul on 5 different social media platforms. I don't know who's watching every day. Like, now is your time.
And I don't watch it back, and it just happens, and I don't sit and go, I just go, right, that's done. And then I don't really think about it until a friend or someone will comment or be like, oh wow, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Do you know what, Joe? Do you know what? You should watch them back, because they're not as bad as you think when you watch them back, and you might actually go, is that me? Wow, I'm actually quite cool. Honestly, that's my challenge to you this week. Watch at least one of them back.
I will do. Actually, I was just saying to Cheryl there, the email that went out today for the people from the challenge, and at the bottom I had a look through, and then I'd forgotten that I'd done this live talking about the Real You Online program. So I was like, oh, so I thought, here we go, and I had to look, and actually I was like, you know what, it's all right, that's exactly how I feel, and yeah, that's fine. I was quite happy. And then my husband was like, and who does that go to? And I went, like thousands of people all over. People will pick that up all over. Yeah. And like, and you're sitting here worried about saying to people, oh, all right.
Love it. Love it. So expect to see Joe in your feeds, live, telling everybody she's a writer.
Yeah, I'm just sharing what I do here, just sharing my story. Yeah, I'm just sharing.
Love. Like, I mean, what a perfect example of what can happen when you put the work in and you invest in yourself. Because both you, Mel, and Joe, and some of the ladies who are on here have been on a journey with Donna and I. You've invested in yourself with financially and emotionally and time, and you're both now running your own businesses. May not all be full time yet. You still both set your own businesses up, and you say that you're doing the work every day. That was Tina. Oh, thank you. You say that you're doing the work every day, but so Donna and I, like, this isn't ever end. Like, it's daily practice, and we say that because we know, because we have to practice every day. So, but it's about making the commitment, giving yourself permission, putting yourself as a priority. That, and you said this before, you invest in yourself, Mel, around like deciding that you're going to like make yourself a priority rather than like everybody else, and then feeling guilty about wanting to put yourself first. And you didn't want to, did you? You had like fears in the way of that.
Oh, and I absolutely did. It just didn't feel right at all. And then when I started doing it, you realise that, well, actually I'm happier, then the kids are happier, and nobody is getting hurt by the fact that I'm making myself, when I say better, I mean like becoming, like tapping into my real self, my higher self, and being happier and more content with that. People don't get hurt by it, they benefit from it.
Love that.
And you
Love
don't
it.
understand that that is what is going to happen until it starts to happen.
Yeah.
And the last 2 weeks have been a prime example of that, because I have dropped everything. So I haven't done my planner. I'd started meditating, have a bit of fall this week. I have literally gone eat, work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, like for nearly 2 weeks. And I've been snappy with the kids. I haven't spoken to my parents much. I haven't really connected with any friends. I've been in this bubble, and it's temporary, and I can live with it because it's temporary. But it just goes to show the difference, how you go back down when you're not doing daily work. And the daily work is a chore. But what I've convinced myself was, I don't have time. I don't have time this week. I just don't have time. And I can't say this enough. When you get to the point where you say you don't have time, that's when you just lost.
Absolutely. It's just at times an illusion. It's just a thing that we put in front of things. But it's really about what's most important to you at that time and what you're prioritizing. And for these couple of weeks, you haven't prioritized yourself, but you've done so much work previously. It's now really, really noticeable, where you wouldn't have noticed before, because that's the way you felt all the time. And you know yourself, you'll get back on it.
I
will. Know what to do.
And what's really interesting is, if I'd had the 2 weeks that I'm coming to the end of now, and I hadn't done any of that work, I would be an absolute wreck. Now I'm tired and it's been tough, but we've laughed through it. We've supported each other. I haven't taken anything personally. I haven't berated myself because things haven't been perfect. So all that work that I've been doing since January, all that resilience and self-belief and positive affirmation, that has prepared me for what has been really, really tough too. So I literally wouldn't be able to talk to you right now.
Yeah, love it.
I haven't done all of that work.
Yeah.
So
love that.
Yeah,
love that.
It's kind of nice. This might sound a bit sick. Kind of nice to have had a really intense 2 weeks to prove that it's worth.
Good. Love that.
Yeah, I mean, I will apologise in public should my children ever watch this years to come. I'm sorry I've been a bit crabby over the last couple of months. But apart from that, I've been all right.
I think that given that the 2 weeks in the whole of the years of you being a mum, they'll be okay. It's not going to scar them for the rest of their lives. So we've just got someone here, and I can't see what your name is. You can see that as well. Confidence breeds confidence. You've blown the socks off this confidence course. June was amazing, but this one is supersonic. Thank you. It felt like that was the way. Me too, Mel. Going back to work has rocked my routine. Yes, it does. And then you have to decide that you know that you're going back to work and that you don't have to do a full routine that takes you an hour, but there are things that you can do throughout the day to energize yourself and get yourself in a good headspace. You can create the time, and you will if it's that important to you. So truth bomb. If it's that important to you at that time, you will do it. So it's just about deciding if it's important enough, and even creating 5-10 minutes. Everybody can find a 5-10 minutes in the day to do some breathing, to do some affirmations, to go and stand outside in the sun and have a cup of tea, to just sit and visualize while you're making a cup of tea. Like this, it doesn't have to be difficult when you're strapped, when you have got a lot of things in your diary, but you can still make the time. You create the time if it's really important to you. So
and
actually, thank you.
Off has just made me realize that it is actually really important to me.
Absolutely. So yes, Really You Online. Two women who have been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and look at them. Look at these two women today. I mean, if anything's going to sell the Really You Online, you just have to look at these two and listen to what they're saying, because like me and Joe was actually saying to us before the call, like that what you're offering up until 8 p.m. on Monday is phenomenal.
It is.
Like the program, which in itself is phenomenal. You've been through it, been there, got the t-shirt. And then the bonuses, the money mindset program, which you've both been on, which literally can hugely change your relationship with money moving forward. Then we've got the mental resilience 3-week program. People would normally, like companies, pay us £4,000 to roll that out. And then on top of that, we have the group orientation session that we do, where we do hotspot live coaching. Like Joe was just saying, like, oh my God, I can't believe that you're offering all of that for just $9.95 to our community.
Yeah,
we are.
Absolutely.
That's just how we roll.
That's what I was saying. Sorry, I was saying last night, on the in the master class, and then the extras, and I'm like, what? I mean, like resilience, bounce back ability that we talk about, like what you're just saying there, Mel. Like that you have got that resilience and that bounce back ability to have had a couple of weeks, but you know that you're going to be on it. You're not. You're very differently what you would have done before you did all this work like that. What's that going to be like? A 3-week coaching for 3 weeks on that? It's like blinking heck. Do you know what I mean? And then like you guys popping in to do live coaching
every month
in an online group course. You got access to it forever. So you go back in. We all do it. I do it. I go back in. You don't. It's not like you learn it once, you remember it. And other groups I've been in, you've got a set amount of time, and then it might be on for a little bit longer, but then it's done. You've got to look at all your notes. It's like you can go in whenever you want. It's there all the time. So you're thinking, oh, I'm feeling a bit off on this or whatever. Jump in. I do it all the time. Go back in, have a look, look through your notes, re-watch your video. The interaction with people, which is what I love, is just everyone just supporting each other. It's like, and I genuinely said to Chel before this call, like, blinking heck. Like, the amount of stuff you're offering.
Yeah.
And as for somebody who, I know a bit about, I follow a lot of people in this industry, so I see a lot of what people offer in that, and I genuinely, God, like, there's not no one I've come across that is offering the value and the amount of things you can get, and that's genuine, what you're offering, and all the add-ons. I was like, God, like, these are lucky people. Lucky people.
Thought would be back. So you heard it here. You've got until Monday 8 p.m. to sign up. I'll put the link in the comments for this magnificent offering that we are offering you. And if you want to transform your life, if you want to get up every day and feel like these women do, feel like I do, then come and join us, because it's a beautiful space. It is a beautiful space full of beautiful people.
And I'd say you get what you get back for that investment you can't put a price on it, because it's going to make your life so much better, because it gave me and Joe the courage to follow our dream of setting up our own business, and the plan is to make way more than I paid for the coaching I've had in that business, and that is the way I'm going to do that, rather than being, in paid employment where everything's really controlled, etc. And I think I've said before a few times, when I signed up, I was in a temporary contract. I'm a single parent, 2 children. I didn't have any savings. I didn't just go to my savings pot. I just went, put it on a credit card, didn't think about it. And I'm so glad, because where I am now, I would not be here. And then you break it. I think I worked it out once. It's like something like 12 trips to the hairdressers.
Yeah.
That's how much it was worth for me. 12 trips to the hairdressers.
Yeah.
And when you think about it like that, and this is the rest of your life, it's just so worth it.
Love that. Thank you so much. Oh, I feel filled with joy today. Like, just hearing you say that, because even though you say it to us, like, even just hearing it again, because this is what gets me done out of bed every morning. And Joe has become Joe. Joe Robertson writes, you've had a becoming this week. Mel's realised that actually she's gone off her tits for a couple of weeks and thinks like that is not how I roll anymore. This is not me.
Yeah.
This is not me. You know who me is now, and it ain't that. But we all do that, and that's great. You bounce back. So for everybody, honestly, go and check it out. It's a beautiful space. Like I don't know what else I can say other than what these beautiful women have already said. So we would love to have you. You're surrounded by beautiful people, but thank you, ladies. And we hope that everybody has a fabulous Friday and an amazing weekend. And we will see you back on Keeping It Real on Monday. But we'll probably be popping up across social media, maybe. Oh no, we've got our celebration tonight. So for that, those of you in your Supercharging Self-Confidence, 6 o'clock, I'll be on the water. Never mind.
I won't be.
Yeah, we're celebrating. Donna won't be either. So we're doing some celebrations. So if you're in the group, then I'll see you at 6 p.m. If not, have an amazing weekend. Thank you very much, ladies.
Everyone.
Thank you. Bye.